was a joy in our lives. He really, really was. Great personality, do anything for you, always looked at the brighter side of things, always had a smile, you know, pop a joke here and there, and he was good for that.
He loved telling stories and joking around, making sure that everyone laughed. He loved family, like he loved being with the family. He loved his birthday. He loved any event where the family would be coming together.
Michael really enjoyed his birthdays, looked forward to them. His favorite cake was chocolate, white frosting. One year we decorated it with dinosaurs. Got a big kick out of that one.
When he was graduating from high school, he thought about hooking up with the National Guard and maybe picking up some ideas as far as career paths go.
I wasn't happy about it, but this is something he chose to do, and once he got into it, he enjoyed it. I was okay with it. Proud of him.
He tried several different things as far as the Guard goes. He was even, he went to chaplain school. He became a chaplain's assistant.
He was just a very unique, loving, caring individual.
When 9/11 hit, he says, I'm going. That was wrong what they did, and I'm going to volunteer. I'm gone. They were looking for folks to volunteer to go to Afghanistan.
It was hard to, you know, watch him pack up and get ready to go.
We spoke to him from time to time on satellite phone, and I asked him how things were over there, and he says, I can't tell you. As it turns out, it happened to be one of the worst places on earth. There's no way you could walk to this place. You had to fly in by helicopter. It was in the middle of nowhere, right on the Pakistani border. Michael was there just shy of 70 days. I remember that night, it was June 8th. About 11:30 at night, the news was just getting over, and I heard a car come up the driveway. As soon as they turned the corner and got into the light of the floodlights, I could see their uniforms. They didn't need to say a word. I knew why they were there. I said, are you Joseph Kelley? Yeah. He says, I come here representing a grateful nation. Your son Michael was killed this morning. Can I come in?
To hear those words, it was like, wow.
And they came in, and I mean, my legs went to butter. I couldn't even stand up. We as fathers are assigned the responsibility to protect our children, and that was taken away from me. I couldn't protect Michael.
Michael was the first soldier from Massachusetts Army National Guard to be killed in action in the war in Iraq and/or Afghanistan.
There's a hole in my heart that will never heal. You wish you had more time with him. You wish you could talk to him again. There's a total emptiness. But you sit and wonder what would his life have been? Where would he be at this stage? What would, you know, would he have had kids?
We made a family pact that we would make certain that his memory would never be forgotten. So as a family, we have done many things to keep his memory alive, and to this day, it's going to be 7 years this June 8th. To this day, we continue to do things to keep his memory at the forefront.
So my role in the Family Readiness Group is to work with the families of the soldiers to try to alleviate some of the issues that come up during a deployment. You know, when a deployment happens, life doesn't end back home. The kids still have to get to school, have to get to soccer practice, and you know, your car needs to be well maintained, and the normal things that happen in life every day still happen during a deployment. My role was to help try to alleviate that way in any way that I could. I remember when one of my first instances with Military Friends Foundation, I saw on Facebook that one of the family members' cars, the transmission blew, and they didn't have the money to put a new transmission in. It's very expensive to fix cars and fix anything nowadays. So I made a phone call to military friends and explained the situation, and I gave the information to the soldier's family, and they had the new transmission within the next week.
My first involvement with the Military Friends Foundation was I received a call from Colleen one day, and she says, "Hey, how would you like to go to the Celtics game and maybe take your brother along?" Group that I'm involved in have a bunch of tickets, and they reserved a spot at TD for Gold Star families. I said, "Wow, yeah, absolutely." So my brother and I and Colleen went to the Celtics game. We had the best time. Our next real significant involvement was we were invited down to Washington, where we were nominated as the Family of the Year for the Guard, for National Guard, Army National Guard, and I wanted my daughter, my oldest daughter, Carrie Ann, to come with my two grandkids, you know, as it is, they just didn't have the funds to fly down. I met with Sarah, and she says, "What do you need?" I says, "Well, we'd like tickets to go to Washington for my two grandchildren and my daughter." Done. Massachusetts is one of the few states that had not picked up that Run for the Fallen piece. The Military Friends Foundation has selected Scituate as the first place to have this Run for the Fallen. What the Run for the Fallen is they're going to run 165 miles. Right now it's 165 miles to represent a mile for each soldier that had fallen. That's going to happen sometime in September.
The foundation is wonderful to help these soldiers. It's great to know that these soldiers go out and defend our country, and there's organizations back home such as the Military Friends Foundation.
Please help the military families. When it comes time to do your taxes, look at question 32E. $4, $5, dollar, doesn't matter. It all will go to military families. These folks gave it all. Donate a small amount. This will help us in our quest to keep our son's memory going, and it'll also help other families. It gives us the opportunity to do something in Michael's memory, and that's so important to us.
He was really a great older brother. Sorry. He definitely taught me a lot, looked out for me, and I miss him. Couldn't imagine what it'd be like if he was still here. And all the accomplishments that I've done for him, and he'd be proud.